On Apple Valley News now, a new era begins in Pasco as the city's first cannabis dispensary opens. Plus, Alaska Airlines now facing a lawsuit over an incident in which an off-duty pilot allegedly tried to kill the engines on a flight out of Washington State.
And get ready for a blast of wet fall weather. Another atmospheric river on the way. Details ahead in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. It's official. Pasco's first pot shop opened its doors this afternoon. Now, Washington voted to legalize marijuana more than a decade ago, but local governments were allowed to set their own restrictions on businesses. And Pasco city officials opted to remove the local ban earlier this year, paving the way for Green to Go to open its first location within city limits.
Once the city rescinded their ban, we had 6 months from the day it was rescinded to get a store open and fully licensed in the city of Pasco or risk losing our license.
Now, owner Steve Lee tells me they actually first started working on this location 8 years ago, but they weren't able to open to the public at the time because of Pasco's ban. Now, Washington's marijuana laws are still evolving, and coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30, we're going to talk about some of the changes taking effect in the future. Now to the weather and the thick fog we all woke up to this morning. We shot this video in the Shrub Step at Claybell Park in South Richland. Our cameras found filtered sunshine as the sun and blue skies behind the fog tried to break through. Stacey Lee has more video of that fog and your First Alert forecast.
That's right. We did a little time lapse on our tower cam this morning. Check it out. You can see that fog. It was pretty thick and it finally started to lift around 11 or 12 o'clock today. So fog should be out of the area, but still a possibility moving through. Right now, 54 degrees on our sky cam. Winds are at 8 miles per hour. Our sunset tonight at 5:39. We've also been keeping track of that air quality. And again, it's looking much better than we did yesterday. It's starting to shrink, but we are seeing reduced air quality here in Connell. Now that's going to change because we're going to start to see this, the next atmospheric river moving through our region. So get ready for a wet weekend. Once that rain starts tonight, it's going to entail most of the day tomorrow, clearing off in the afternoon. So get ready for showers tonight and tomorrow. We are keeping an eye on rivers, creeks, and streams. We're not expecting floods. However, those rivers, creeks, and streams are going to be running at a higher flow than we've been seeing over the last several weeks. More showers Sunday afternoon. And don't forget, we fall back this weekend. Lots to talk about in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. A homicide now under investigation in Toppenish. That after the discovery of a man's body on September 8th near the intersection of Toole and Plank Roads. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office says the man has been identified as 45-year-old Martin Baldemar Mraz from the community of Outlook in Yakima County. His family reported him missing in August, and authorities say he had been shot. If you have information that can assist the investigation, you can contact Detective Dunn. The number to do that is 509-574-2641. You can also submit a tip online to Crime Stoppers Yakima County at the address there on your screen. Richland police say they've arrested a suspect in a series of local arsons. Authorities made that arrest yesterday in Pasco. Richland Fire and Emergency Services responded to 3 separate dumpster fires on Sunday, October 29th. All, they say, were started within hours of each other. Police say they've identified an arson suspect and say this same person was allegedly linked to a series of dumpster arsons that happened in August. Police believe the same person is responsible for at least 7 fires in Richland and Kennewick since this summer. A hearing in the University of Idaho stabbing deaths was held Thursday morning over Zoom. The judge heard arguments from the prosecution and defense on what evidence should be provided to Bryan Kohberger's defense. Kohberger's legal team has repeatedly asked for details on the DNA evidence used to create the genealogical profile used to identify Kohberger as the suspect. The judge did not make a final decision on what could be provided to the defense because of the complicated and controversial nature of the request. But the judge did order that the state submit all material to be reviewed by December 1st. November 13th will mark 1 year since those murders. Students will gather for a vigil that day at the University of Idaho. It will honor the memories of the 4 people killed. President Biden and the First Lady visited with first responders and the families of victims of last week's mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine. The shootings killed 18 people and left 13 others hurt. The president addressing gun violence in this country as funerals for the victims begin and as we learn more about the suspect's mental health history. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden once again visiting a community rattled by a mass shooting, meeting with first responders and victims' families in Lewiston, Maine.
Jill and I are here, though, on behalf of the American people, to grieve with you and to make sure you know that you're not alone.
People there are still reeling after 18 were killed and 13 others injured when authorities say Army reservist Robert Card opened fire at a bowling alley and nearby restaurant last week. Meanwhile, the first of the victims are being laid to rest today, including Trisha Aslan and Richard Marin, as we learn more about the suspects' reported mental health struggles. ABC News obtaining law enforcement documents that show a series of panicked text messages from a fellow Army reservist, warning their training supervisor back in September that Card posed a threat to the unit and other places and refused to get help. Months ago, Card's family already had concerns about his mental health and access to firearms, reporting their growing worry to authorities in May, according to a police incident report. Sources tell ABC Card also spent 2 weeks at a mental health facility over the summer.
We looked at what was done as it aligns with our policy. I think we need to look at it. I think we need to say, is there other ways to approach these situations?
That was ABC's Rena Roy reporting. Now, the governor of Maine is forming an independent commission to investigate how multiple red flags about Card and his reported mental health history were missed and to examine the police response to that shooting. 3 passengers have filed a lawsuit against Alaska Airlines over a recent scare involving an off-duty pilot. The suit alleged Alaska Airlines and its operator Horizon Airlines didn't properly evaluate pilot Joseph Emerson. Emerson was reportedly seated on a jump seat on a flight out of Everett, Washington to San Francisco. During that flight, Emerson allegedly tried to stop the plane's engines. He was restrained and the flight was diverted to Portland, where it landed safely. The suit also details what happened on the October 22nd flight, saying the plane dramatically pitched forward as if it were in a nosedive. The suit says if the airline had been more vigilant, Emerson wouldn't have been in a position to, quote, nearly kill everyone on board, end quote. Alaska Airlines said the crew saw nothing that would have prevented Emerson from flying, and in response to the filing, the airline said it's thankful for the quick action of its crew in keeping everyone safe. President Biden is calling on Congress to approve $16 billion in emergency funding for child care centers across the country. This call for help comes as $24 billion in pandemic-era assistance for child care facilities is drying up this year. And without this funding, lawmakers fear many facilities will be forced to shut their doors, lay off staff, or hike up their prices. Senator Patty Murray didn't mince words about the significance of this funding proposal.
But what we are talking about today is really urgent funding to keep the child care industry from crumbling.
Now, in Washington, the average cost of child care is about $12,000 per year per child. This emergency funding would allocate about $245 million to Washington child care facilities. An Eastern Washington child care operator who's been in the business for 37 years says she would use that funding to raise pay for her employees and to lower her prices, especially for families who don't qualify for assistance.
It gets down to, do I pay for child care? Do I work? Or do I try to get state assistance to stay at home with my kids? It's difficult if the funding isn't there to support the need that they have for child care.
In other news tonight, an alert for Bank of America customers. Some deposits might be temporarily delayed. That's due to an issue impacting several banks. Bank of America assured customers their accounts remain secure and balances will be updated as soon as the bank receives deposits. The bank says customers don't need to do anything. Down Detector, which tracks the status of various websites and services, reported customers at Bank of America, Chase, U.S. Bank, Truist, and Wells Fargo complained of issues this morning. According to one industry source, the issue appears to be related to the Automated Clearinghouse, which is a network for processing transactions. The source said the problem does not appear to be a bank-specific issue, and there are no comments from any of the banks impacted. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos personally directed the company's shift towards online advertisements. That's according to a newly unredacted version of an antitrust lawsuit filed by the FTC and 17 states. The agency alleges that the moves helped increase Amazon's profits at the expense of customer experiences. In a statement, an Amazon spokesperson says the company works hard to make it easy for customers to find the items they want and to discover similar options by providing a mix of search results. The FTC and 17 attorneys general originally sued Amazon in September. They alleged the company crammed its online marketplace full of irrelevant advertising, which they say raised consumer prices. Amazon has previously said that its platform has led to lower prices and faster delivery times for customers. Coming up, you might find a treasure amongst the offerings. We're learning about the gently used art sale taking place this weekend in Richland. And calling all volunteers, help is wanted for the Special Olympics taking place in the Tri-Cities. And Stacey Lee is tracking wet weather in your first alert weather forecast. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Next, E.T. Only we can take you to the set of Kurt and Wyatt Russell's father-son collab.
My son, Wyatt, and I were playing the same person.
Plus, our Shaka Khan exclusive.
Next, E.T. Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you, your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
It all started with this sudden arrival of a baby. It was days before they actually discovered the 2 bodies.
I'm getting chills. How can a child be missing for 40 years?
Baby Holly for the first time.
Holly, it's great to finally meet you.
2020, tonight on ABC. A unique farm that's now a park. Tuesday on KFKB Local News at 6.
Welcome back. The Desert Fiber Arts Guild is hosting their biggest event of the year right now, the annual Fall Market. This is the 11th annual show and sale, and organizers say this weekend there are more than twice as many products as last year. That's due to more members being in the guild. Not only more members, but according to event organizers, more young people are getting involved. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald gives us a look inside.
Everyone here is a hobbyist, really. I mean, we don't have any what I'd call production weavers, that is, people who actually produce for sale on a regular basis. So we only do this once a year.
Once a year, bringing all of the best creations to sell at the Desert Fiber Arts Guild's one annual fundraiser. This year, there's more than 800 items to gaze upon. That's twice as many as last year's event.
We've gotten a lot of new members. We're over 135 members now.
At the Fall Market, you can browse, but you can also get involved and learn how to felt or hop on a loom like I did.
So we'll go with the right one first. And you take this and slip it through.
We want people to see how the items that they're looking at are actually produced and encourage them to try it themselves.
It's actually working. We are. They're making us work.
And you'll notice a lot of our guild members are older, and we learned it, years ago and started years ago. Our mothers did it, our grandmothers did it, but we are getting a lot of younger members now and who are coming in who want to do more sustainable clothing and more sustainable things themselves.
Guild member Pam Root says more from the younger generation are getting involved in the fiber arts than ever before in the organization. Their motto is each one, teach one, and they say if someone wants to learn,
we're more than happy to teach them.
In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, if you're feeling crafty and you want to get involved, the Desert Fiber Arts Guild hosts monthly meetings, educational gatherings, and special interest groups on Union Street in Kennewick. The event kicked off today. You've got one more day to check it out, starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The Desert Fiber Arts Fall Market is open from 10 until 4 Saturday. That is located at Central United Church at 1124 Stevens Drive. Now, the Tri-Cities are preparing to welcome hundreds of athletes and coaches for the 2023 Special Olympics State Fall Games in 2 weeks. This is a huge sporting event for the community. That means community support is necessary to help the games run smoothly. Jill Sperling joins us in the studio. Jill, this is something an organization you've been involved with before.
That's right, Alyssa. I got to volunteer with for the opening ceremonies last year, and the big thing that I noticed was just how celebratory the mood was for these athletes. And the athletes really do have a lot to be proud of. This is a very significant event, bringing in around 850 athletes and coaches from across the state to participate in bowling, gymnastics, flag football, or volleyball. But as you mentioned, Alyssa, it takes a lot of support to run these games, which is why the local organizing committee is trying to get the word out that they need volunteers to sign up.
We need probably about 600 volunteers over the 3-day weekend to help us be successful. And we need help in all areas. Our opening ceremonies are Friday evening, and we need people to help with ushering the athletes into the auditorium. For the bowling event, we're looking forward to having lane monitors and people to help with lunches.
Now, all of the volunteer opportunities are posted online, and we do have a link posted on applevalleyNewsNow.com. And again, these games are 2 weeks away, taking place November 17th to 19th.
All right, exciting stuff. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Now, Stacey Lee has mentioned this multiple times this week. It is the end of daylight saving time this weekend. Tomorrow, we fall back, which means you need to set your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday night. This is also a good opportunity to change your smoke alarm batteries. A post on the Grant County Sheriff's Facebook page says the risk of dying in a house fire is 55% lower in homes with working smoke alarms compared to the homes that don't have them. Stacey Lee has a look at your First Alert weekend forecast.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert weather with Stacey Lee.
And we'll peek outside tonight. Legends Casino Skycam. We're starting to see that sunset. We did have some sunshine, so a little break between the systems. We'll see that same pattern moving into the weekend. But once that rain starts tonight, it's going to be around for a while. 54 degrees on the Legends Casino Skycam. Winds are light at 8 miles per hour. Our sunset tonight at 5:39. Think about that. When that hour back, we're going to start seeing sunsets around 4:30. Here's our big picture satellite and radar. Look at that system, quite massive. And again, just starting to move in off the coast. We're seeing those showers start to hit right about now on the west side. Heavier rain showers are predicted for the coastline. And again, here's our active radar. Now, my futurecast is showing that coming in a little quickly, but it seems to be a little bit slow, a little behind where we think. But here's that pattern. You'll start seeing that late tonight through our region. Here's the storm track over the weekend. We'll see those rain showers move to the east, eventually towards Idaho and then into Montana. And again, not a lot of snow coming out of this. In a few areas, we see some pockets of snow. That's going to change Sunday because our snow levels are really high. Here's that pattern. It continues on Sunday as we get another atmospheric river. So this would be number 3 in just a matter of days. Now, Futurecast is showing those showers showing up around 8. I'm going to say more like 9 or 10, probably 11 o'clock tonight through the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities. But once it does start, we'll see those showers widespread through the entire region overnight. That's in the early morning hours. You'll encounter those showers in the morning. And we're also keeping an eye on the foothills of the Blues later tomorrow afternoon, where we could see some thunder cells move through the area. So thunder, lightning, very possible here in the foothills of the Blues. Here's that little break in between systems on Saturday. Probably have some sunshine later on in the afternoon. Remember, when you go to bed Saturday night, you want to change that alarm. Here comes the next round of showers again Sunday afternoon around 1. And then we start to see some snow in the upper elevations. Shouldn't impact our passes this weekend. Just will encounter some rain showers going through the region. So if you're traveling, just be aware of that. And again, here comes that next band of showers, pretty heavy at times through the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities into Monday and Tuesday. We'll start to see a dry out maybe on Wednesday or so. Here's temperatures overnight tonight, 40s through the area. So a nice warm front has moved in along with this next system coming through our area. For tomorrow, look for a rainy day starting to clear out later in the afternoon. Possible thunder showers along the foothills of the Blues, 50s and 60s all through the region. 7-day planning forecast. Again, there's that rain, a little bit of a break till that next system moves in on Sunday. We're expecting those showers to hang out through Tuesday and then clearing up on Wednesday. And then we'll start to see those temperatures starting to drop again with overnight lows down below the freezing level. Tri-Cities looking for those showers with a little bit of a break in between systems, and those temperatures decreasing to the freezing level midweek next week at night. In Walla Walla, again, wet there this weekend, looking for a possible thunder shower late tomorrow afternoon, and those showers continue through Tuesday. So overall, my advice is get your rain gear out. I know a lot of folks are out catching those Friday night light football games. It should be dry for most of that game. However, just be prepared for some showers throughout the weekend. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Up next, we're talking about exploring gently used art. The sale taking place this weekend in Richland. We have the details next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion, or bacon, or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What I want people to know about New America's involvement is that it's genuine and that we care.
That's why I work at a company that supports the community, because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in. I grew up needing help from the community, so for me to be able to give back has always been so special.
We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
Have you ever wondered what an icon, a legend, a legacy, a pop star, and a tight end all have in common? They all got this season's updated COVID-19 shot to help better protect them against recent variants.
Got it.
Got yours?
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need.
I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it.
You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance. We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices.
Nice.
That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. The Allied Arts Association is hosting a gently used art sale at the Gallery at the Park. This is a sale that takes place about every 2 years, raising money for gallery operations and its scholarship program by selling donated works of art and art supplies.
We have a lot of art supplies, although they're going fast. We have paints, we have paint brushes, blank canvases, a lot of picture frames this year. We have some big display boards, lots of stuff.
Now you will find a lot of the items have already been picked up. Local artists get an early start at the sale in order to snag the best deals on supplies. But the sale does continue tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now here's a preview of what's ahead coming up in about 5 minutes on World News Tonight with David Muir.
Tonight, the Rafah border crossing into Egypt. Who is making it through? As the death toll rises in Gaza and the war intensifies, more Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir. Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, because she's an herbivore.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
Tonight, the Rafah border crossing into Egypt. Who is making it through? As the death toll rises in Gaza and the war intensifies, more Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
Well, soak in these last few minutes of daylight because we're about to see those clocks change and it's going to be dark by this time on Monday.
That's right. Next week when we're on the air, it'll be dark, but yeah, and soak in that last little bit of sun because that's going to be going away as well. Let's take a look at your planning forecast for tomorrow. Again, wet. We're going to see showers as we have yet another atmospheric river coming through the area. Look at that, Alyssa. Wet all day long. So if you have any soccer games, football games, kids sports, anything outside, you got to bring your rain gear for tomorrow. There will be a little bit of a break later in the afternoon, and again, we could see some thunder showers develop in the Walla Walla foothills tomorrow afternoon. There's a very slight chance of that. The good news, though, on the positive side, those temperatures are in the warm in the 60s. Here's your 7-day planning forecast in the Tri-Cities. Lots of wet weather coming our way all the way till Wednesday of next week. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla and Hermiston. Again, we want to move those clocks back 1 hour.
Maybe stock up on the hot cocoa and the popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
Good weekend for that.
Good weekend to watch a movie.
There we go. Thanks, Stacy. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6. And you can find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.